Hey guys, Randy Orton fan 2011 back again, and this time it's time to start the chase. Finally, it's time to start the playoffs for Season 2 of the PORWC GameStop Cup Series. So we're here at Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 200. So we got 42 drivers ready to make a name for themselves, all right, all of them looking for the win. Actually, 12 drivers here in this field. 12 out of the 42 drivers in the field are actually just trying to get a good finish because they want to stay in playoff contention and championship contention for the Season 2 PRWC GameStop Cup Series Championship. And joining me here in the booth is none other than HarvickFan767, a.k.a. Danny Wells. How are you doing, buddy?
I am doing just fine. This should be a great race today.
All right, Danny, so now that the chase has started, what do you think is going to be the mindset for the chasers, and what is the difference between the mindset of the chasers and the mindset of the non-chasers? What do you think it is?
The mindset for, the chasers would be, don't go for anything. Like, if it comes down to fuel mileage, you want to pit. You don't want to, go for it and lose a bunch of spots and lose points. For non-chasers, they would say go for it and just try and take a win because they're just trying to get wins and just go for it. That's all they're trying to do.
Now we got Indianapolis repaved and all that. We'll take a look at the starting lineup, then we'll get the command to fire up the engine, so stay tuned.
Now controls your life.
That was a look at your starting lineup. Jake Rogers, who is actually a replacement driver, is actually starting on the pole for this first playoff race. Starting right beside him is the 22 of Zohar Manood. The first chaser is Hannah Smith, who is currently our points leader, starting third. Then one of the next chasers, Barney Ward, is starting fourth. Another chaser, Trent Dunn, starting fifth. Then we'll just go through the rest of the chasers here. Danny Wells will be starting ninth. Xavier Livingston will start 10th. Aaron Williams will start in the 11th position. And Natalie Haydens will start 13th. Then we got Nicole Sanchez starting 15th. I think we got a few more chasers that we want to go through. I'm just looking down here through the list. There's the defending Pepsi Cup Series champion Dylan Poteet in 24th. He will start in the 24th position. And there are a few other drivers who actually have made the chase via a special invitation. You see here the 33 was Dion Scott, who originally made the chase, but since he got kicked out so late, I had to replace him. Julie Carroll will be in the playoff chase starting 25th. And I think there might be one more driver who is in this chase, and that is Justin Perry, and he will start dead last. Also, there are a few other notable drivers that we haven't seen. We can see here Monica Carroll, who has won a race. Monica Carroll actually has won at St. Joltis a few races ago. Let's see if she can pull it off again. Some other drivers here we see in the field. Shannon Carroll, one of the Carroll sisters here. Of course, we got a bunch of new drivers that we haven't seen in the GameStop Cup Series, such as Tony Blazer, the WSET president, in the 24 car. He will be starting 35th. We also have in the 6 car Jacob Lawler in starting 33rd. Of course, Connor Breton has returned to the PORWC in GameStop Cup Series. He'll start 31st. And then, of course, we got a bunch of other new drivers. Evan Gattuso is actually a new driver we haven't talked about. He'll start 26th. And, of course, a rookie, Brandon Bain, first appearance in the PORWC, will be starting 23rd. And the 38 is actually supposed to be Austin LaPlante, but I forgot to change that. So really the 38 will be Austin LaPlante. Jason Marshall's actually in the 18 car.
Yeah.
All right, so hey Danny, how about you give us the starting line? How about you give us those famous words of motorsports? Go for it, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Looks like the cars are fired up and we're ready to go racing here at Indy. This race is 8 laps long, so lap 4 will be considered the halfway point. Jake Rogers in his first PORWC race in a long time, looking to make another statement here. Of course, as well as Zora Manood. Hannah Smith trying to extend her points lead. She does have a slight points lead of 4 over second place in points, Dylan Poteet, but of course she's got the huge advantage, starting the best out of all the chasers. The pace car is going to make the left turn to pit road. 200,000 plus here are ready to go racing here in Indianapolis as we get the green flag. Here we go. Here they come into turn 1. Zohar Manood battling Jake Rogers, but Jake Rogers with the inside advantage. He'll take the lead as they come into turn 2. Make sure we got to take a look at some of the action near the back of the pack, because as we've seen in practice, there's been some huge wrecks. Doesn't look like that's going to happen now. There's Aaron Williams, who is currently on a top 10 streak, but surprisingly he hasn't had a win yet. So who knows if he'll actually come up with a win. And, oh, they're really... Oh, look out. Oh, Natalie Hayden's. Oh, it's Nicole Sanchez. Oh, there they go. Look out. Oh, boy. They're wrecking in turn 4. Sean Henley just flipped over. Tracy Moore, James Qualls, and Ben Paul. Oh, they're still wrecking. They're still wrecking. They're still wrecking. They're racing back to the line, and it looks like... Oh, man, that was a lot of cars there. We're trying to figure out who the leader is. Trent Dunham is the leader, followed by Jake Rogers, Hannah Smith, 3rd. Danny Wells has moved his way up to 4th. Jason Marshall will be 5th.
That has to be at least more than half the field right there.
2 big wrecks just like that. Oh, boy, Dylan Poteet.
Dylan Poteet.
Second in the points, and he's not going to be happy about that one. Oh, boy, Natalie Hayden's another chaser. She's done for the day. Sean Henley wanted to make an impact here despite not making the chase, and he's done. Oh, boy, Joseph Clark, Shannon Carroll, heavy damage. Tony Blazer with a lot of damage on that rear. But what a wreck. Took out just about half the field. We're going to have to take a good look at that. We're going to take a good look at what brought our first caution of the race. Stay tuned. Let's take a look at what brings out our first caution of the race. You're going to see the 14 and the 43 of their teammates, Nicole Sanchez and Tracy Moore, but Tracy Moore's going to get into Sanchez, and then that's going to get Natalie Hayden's loose. And I think, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars who were in front of that. But right here, you're going to see Nicole Sanchez is going to bounce off the inside wall. Now, watch Natalie Hayden. She's one of the chasers. She's going to bounce off the outside wall. Now, watch what happens. Now, look carefully what happens to Nicole Sanchez. She's going to come back up the racetrack. Watch what happens. Oh, a hard hit onto Tracy Moore and into Ben Paul, into Xavier Livingston, and James Quall's going to get spun out. And then you see here...
That 38 car just squeaks by it.
Oh, man, Sean Henley. Sean Henley took a hard hit from Nicole Sanchez. He's going to flip over. Now, there was another wreck that happened around, I think, right around there. Right around here, as they come off turn 4. You're going to see these cars, you see the cars, they're sliding onto the apron. But, I don't know, there's not a lot of room there. And then you're going to see Tony Blazer in the 24. You're going to get into the 6 of Jacob Lawler. And then that's going to turn the 56 of Connor Breton around. And then you see Shannon Carroll and Eric Burton get involved. And then you're going to see another big wreck. And, oh, Dylan Poteet, the second in points, he just gets clipped by Pichu. Oh, and someone got flipped over. Oh, man, Red Bell somehow got involved in this. Trying to figure out how that happened.
I think there was another wreck right in front of him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you see right here. Connor Breton gets into Red Bell, and then Red Bell's going to get into William Duncan. And then, oh man, Julie Carroll, another chaser, just nowhere to go, and man, she's not going to be happy about that one.
Not at all. This car.
Oh man, Poteet like flipped over. Man, what happened to Poteet? We know he got involved in that wreck, but how did he flip? Oh, he got into Luke Walker, and then, oh man, Shannon Carroll in the 10 car just flips Dylan Poteet over, and then he's going to take another shot from John Worry.
Oh.
And that's going to end Dylan Poteet's day, and that's not the way he wanted to start the playoffs.
No,
Holy shit, what a mess. That wreck just took out just about half the field. As we see here, it looks like 9 cars were able to make it through. 9 cars were in front of the wreck, and it looks like, I think, 4 cars were able to make it through. Make it through without damage.
Had a piece of it.
Yeah, no, I don't think a lot of drivers are gonna be happy with Connor Breton though. I mean, that really could have been avoided, but I mean, he's got to be a little more careful about that one. But I know aggressive driving here in Indianapolis, but sometimes some things just can't be avoided.
No, there's some things that can't be avoided.
Well, Trent Dunham will be your leader as we get to the restart. Trent Dunham will be the leader. So we'll be right back for more Green Flag Racing right after this. Don't go away. And we are back. Pace car's giving us the 1 to go. Trent Dunham's the leader, followed by Jake Rogers, Hannah Smith third, Danny Wells in fourth, Jason Marshall. That's your top 5. Then it's Zohar Manood, Barney Ward, Savannah Turner, Aaron Williams, and Jason. And that's actually Austin LaPlante. My bad. Austin LaPlante is in 10th. Pace car will make the left turn to pit road. Here we go for the final time. Green Flag Racing here at Indianapolis. I think we're down to about 32 cars. It looks like 10 cars have DNF'd out of the race. There's the green flag. Here we go. 3 laps to go here at Indy. At this point, Trent Dunham has led at the halfway point, so he will get those extra bonus points. Oh boy, Hannah Smith, the points leader. She's not going to waste any more time. Hannah Smith not wasting any time. She's looking for the inside, with the inside advantage, trying to go for the lead.
Trent Dunham blocks.
But Trent Dunham's not going to give in that easily.
That's us in contact there between the 11 and the 34.
Oh man, they're just piling up around here, but who knows what could happen. Now Hannah Smith has to block Jason Marshall for the 2nd position. But we're going to see what happens in the back of the pack. Oh, look out, Eric Burton. Eric Burton won the apron. Oh, they're still wrecking. They're wrecking again. The caution is out. Yellow flag is out once again. And this could be the end of the race right here. And Trent Dunham might just win this race. And Trent Dunham will cross the start-finish line first. Hannah Smith 2nd. Looks like Jake Rogers got 3rd. Jason Marshall 4th. And Danny Wells will be 5th. Oh, man, another wreck. Oh, William Duncan, Jacob Lawler got involved in that one. I think Charles Jackson might have suffered some damage, but I'm not quite sure. But, oh, boy. Another wreck, and that might just end the race right there. So we're just going to fast forward through the final 2 laps, and then we will take a look at what brought out the caution. As you can see here, pace car will not give us the 1 to go. So now we're back live. See, the pace car is not giving us a 1 to go. Trent Dunham, this is going to be huge momentum for Trent Dunham at the start of this playoffs.
Great start for Hannah Smith.
Oh, yes, the points leader. Great start for Hannah Smith, and she'll end up 2nd. How about a great run by Jake Rogers, who was a replacement driver, and he'll end up with a podium finish in 3rd. But here they come to the checkered flag. As they cross the stripe, Trent Dunham wins the Indianapolis 200. A good start for Jason Marshall in his new ride in the 18 car. He'll end up 4th. A great run for Danny Wells, and he comes away with a top 5. Barney Ward will end up 6th. Looks like Savannah Turner will end up 7th. Aaron Williams keeps the streak alive as he ends up 8th. 13 for 13 in top 10 finishes.
It's getting lucky.
And how about Brandon Bain? Brandon Bain with a good finish as he ends up 9th, and Seth Cole will round out your top 10. A lot of notable drivers here with pretty good finishes in this in their first GameStop Cup Series race.
Some people having not that good of luck. Getting involved in that big wreck in the first lap.
Yep, but we're gonna have to take a look at what brought our 2nd caution of the race. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. All right, here's what brings up our 2nd and final caution of the race. You're going to see the 1 of Justin Perry and the 36 of Pichu, and Justin Perry's going to get Pichu loose, and then William Duncan just nowhere to go, and he's going to hit that wall hard. Right into that safer barrier, and as well as Pichu. Oh man, look at all these cars. How close were they? How close were they to hitting William Duncan? But that wasn't the big one. That wasn't the big wreck that we saw on real time. This is what happened. I think this was the second wreck that happened as they were coming back to the start finish line. Watch the 74 of Sean Galligan. Watch it. He's going to get into the 6 of Jacob Lawler. And watch Jacob Lawler. He's going to go hard back in the racetrack. Oh! A hard hit from the 13 of Red Bell. Oh, boy. Oh, Red Bell, she is stopped and she is done for the day.
Hard for her to hit from just now.
And this was the race back to the start-finish line, and Trent Dunham led the field back to the start-finish line. But there you see Jacob Lawler up in smoke. Not a good debut for Jacob Lawler in the GameStop Cup Series. And William Duncan, well, he took a lot of damage from that wreck, from him getting into the wall via Pichu, and not a good debut for William Duncan.
No.
But there's your winner, Trent Dunham. Boy, that's got to be huge momentum for Trent Dunham coming into the playoffs. All right, we'll take a look at the finishing race results. There's your look at your official race results. Congratulations to Trent Dunham. He will win the Indianapolis 200. And the second win for Trent Dunham in this GameStop Cup Series season. And Hannah Smith, how about Hannah Smith, the points leader, will end up with a second place finish. And how about Jake Rogers with a great debut in third? Well, actually not really a debut, but a great return to the PORWC with a third place finish and a podium. Jason Marshall, a great run for him in his first tenure in the 18 car. He ends up fourth. And Danny Wells, how about Danny Wells with a top 5 finish?
Ooh.
Barney Ward, great run for Barney Ward. He'll end up 6th. Savannah Turner ends up 7th. Aaron Williams keeps the streak alive as he ends up 8th. 13 for 13 in top 10s this season. How about a great run for Brandon Bain? A great top 10 to start for his debut in the GameStop Cup Series. Great run for Brandon Bain. He ends up 9th. And Seth Cole rounds out your top 10. We go through 11th to 20th now. Zohar Manu, that's actually supposed to say Austin LaPlante. I was in kind of a rush to do this video, so I apologize, Austin, for that. So 12th, Austin LaPlante did finish 12th. Connor Breton will end up 13th, but I don't think a lot of drivers are going to be happy with Connor Breton, don't you think?
No, not at all. Because she's like I think 2 wrecks, but those are just uncalled for.
Dylan Young will end up 14th. Monica Carroll will end up 15th. And then 16th through 20th, Matthew McMurray, Ryan Cooper, Sean Galligan, Justin Perry, and Ben Paul. We go through 21st through 30th now. James Qualls, Pichu, Tony Blazer, Evan Gattuso, Eric Burton, John Worry, Xavier Livingston, Liam Irvig, Charles Jackson, and Jacob Lawler with a DNF. And we go through the bottom 12, all with DNFs. William Duncan, Red Bell, Julie Carroll, Shannon Carroll, Joseph Clark, Nicole Sanchez, Sean Henley, Natalie Haydens, Tracy Moore, Luke Walker, Dylan Poteet, and Richard Earnhardt, all with DNFs. And especially considering that there are 4 chasers actually, 4 chasers in that with DNFs, especially Dylan Poteet, Natalie Haydens, Julie Carroll, and Nicole Sanchez. Those guys those guys were not looking for that this early in the chase.
No, not a way to start off the chase.
But a good way to start the chase for drivers such as Trent Dunham, Hannah Smith, Danny Wells, Barney Ward, and Aaron Williams. Those guys are going to be happy campers for this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it. Of course, we still got one more race to go here at Indianapolis, and that will be the Pepsi Cup Series. Of course, the chase will that is where the chase will start in the Pepsi Cup Series. 16 drivers will battle for position, and 1 driver will come away with the big win here at Indianapolis to kiss the bricks. Of course, Trent Dunham will get to kiss the bricks post-race. And Danny's been great doing co-commentary with you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. This has been your PORWC president, Kevin Ravenel, signing off. This race has been brought to you by GameStop, powered to the players.